Have you wondered what it takes to get ISO certified as well as maintaining that certification and the cost associated with these? Hi, my name is Sunita Verma and I'm a principal consultant at Sync Resource, and today I'm going to talk to you about these costs. So ISO requirements, whether it be any of these standards, there are some standard costs that are associated, and let's look at these costs. So the direct costs, which are the mandatory costs associated. Now, if you are choosing a consultant, and typically if this is your first standard, I would highly recommend that you use a consultant. There's a consultation cost. And then the second cost, which is a mandatory, every time it happens, is a certification body cost. The direct cost, which is non-mandatory now, is if you are going to get some kits, template kits, or you're going to go ahead and take some cloud software for document management. Those are the additional non-mandatory costs. Then there are some indirect costs. These are the costs associated with dedicated resources who are going to be working on these projects. Now think about ISO as a project which is going to be from 6 to 8 months. Then there is definitely, depending on the number of processes, you will have dedicated resources associated, and they will be working on the project. So there is that time associated, and there will be some cost associated with that. Along with, whenever you implement any ISO, there will be improvements identified. These improvements, as you implement them, there is certain cost associated. Again, this is a cost to the resource or upgrade of some equipments or getting some new ERP system. So the improvements could be very many, depending on how many people are involved. I've seen a lot of improvements identified in product industry as opposed to service industry. But nevertheless, they are still identified and there is a cost associated. Now let's talk about maintenance cost, which happens after your initial certification. The maintenance cost on an annual basis, or what applies to you, is going to be only the annual internal audit cost as well as annual surveillance cost. Now, every 3 years, you'll go through a recertification, but the cost is going to be depending on the number of days the auditing body recommends. Internal audit, you will be doing the entire internal audit for all the systems, so it's going to be standard. But these are generally the costs that are associated with the ISO. Now, the cost from certification body to certification body do change, and same applies to the consultants. But what keeps standard is you will see the maintenance cost is quite less than the initial certification because not so much dedicated number of days are committed. But here is a little snapshot of what is involved. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.